My name is Emily Mashak, and I'm sitting down today with Alice Gilbert, the Executive Director of the McKee Wellness Foundation. Thank you so much for joining me today, Alice.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, the McKee Wellness Foundation has an event coming up, the Gala for Wellness, on October 26th. But before we get into all of that fun stuff, I want to start with the basics. For those who don't know, what is the McKee Wellness Foundation?
Oh, great. So the McKee Wellness Foundation has been in Northern Colorado, specifically Loveland, for the past almost 40 years. So we are a grant funding foundation, and we look to bridge the gaps throughout Northern Colorado in healthcare. We partner closely with Banner Health as our mission partner. We have a really unique relationship with them where their partnership allows us to have 100% of all of our contributions go directly to distributions. So we don't take anything off the top of any gifts, which is really an incredible and unique partnership that we have with them. So what we really do with a lot of that money is focus on, with all the money that we receive from gifts is really focus on 4 different pillars: education, community support, patient support, and facility support. So we're really looking to try to fill those gaps within not only our community, but also our partner in the care that they provide to patients in Northern Colorado.
40 years, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we're coming up on our 40th year in 2021.
Wow,
So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of it. The community's had an amazing amount of support throughout the last 40 years and was really founded on just a need in the community, listening to the community. So we've tried to carry that forward over the last few years and really continue to listen to the community and hear what people need, and that really is how we end up starting a lot of our funds.
So how was the McKee Wellness Foundation started? How did it come to be?
Yeah, so a group of community members came together back in 1981 and said, we need to help support the local community hospital, which at the time was a Loveland Community Hospital. And they really wanted to help, again, fill those gaps in the community, really look for the areas within the community health system that needed support. And so originally it was focused on McKee Medical Center, with what is now McKee Medical Center, and really helping to build out the infrastructure of the healthcare system in Northern Colorado. So we've tried to maintain that same intent and move it forward from that founding history and being able to carry that legacy in a lot of the programs that we currently have.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me more about what those gaps are, and especially about the ones that Northern Colorado is dealing with today?
Sure. So we have about 40 funds that really focus on filling those gaps. Everything from cancer support for patients that are currently undergoing care where they may need help with emergency payments, paying their bills. If they're having to choose between getting their prescription filled or paying their electricity bills, we want to help with that gap so they don't have to make that choice. Mm-hmm. Scholarships, so education for not only kids leaving high school, going into higher ed, but adult learners and nurses who are looking to fulfill their CEU requirements for their annual nursing license. We also work a lot with Thompson School District and providing grants for their health programs within the school district. And a lot of those are ones that kiddos earn from doing the turkey trot every year, so they can earn a grant just by coming and running. We also are looking to fill some of the infrastructure needs if the hospital is looking for new equipment, trying out a new innovative piece of machinery, or has a gap in their infrastructure. We look to try to fill that for them as well. And then a lot of the community programs that need additional support to continue to do the good work that they're doing. Something similar to our veterans programs where we grant out, last year we granted $100,000 to veterans programs in Northern Colorado that were working on health and wellness initiatives and things that were really not provided, like dental care for veterans that currently are being seen through the VA or don't have their own insurance, that we can help pay for that care. So huge gamut of things that we can help support, and there's no shortage of gaps. So we're always looking and listening for the next initiative that needs to be started, as well as maintaining the ones that have already been started.
It's cool to hear that it's not just people who are sick. While that's awesome that you're helping, it's fascinating that we're working towards education and helping people get into the healthcare field in general.
Yeah, we really look at healthcare as a whole holistic approach and wanting to, work on the prevention, the education, and the treatment components and be able to really meet gaps in all 3 of those areas through our 4 pillars.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the Gala for Wellness now.
Yeah, the Gala is so fun.
Yay, good. I'm excited to hear about it. So I know it's coming up on October 26th at the Embassy Suites Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
What can people expect from this year's event? What's going to be going on?
Oh, every year it's just a blast. We have a different beneficiary every year. This year we're focusing on our cancer programs. So what we want to do with our beneficiary is broaden the holistic approach for cancer patients that are currently being treated through MD Anderson in Northern Colorado, and really provide them with access to integrated care. So they could have massage therapy, acupuncture, aromatherapy, cosmetic support, emergency support. All of those things could be folded into one umbrella, and they currently don't exist in one place for patients. So that's what this year's beneficiary is for. And to get there, we're hosting an Under the Big Top event. So it'll be a vintage circus experience where we have just for fun gambling, so people can come and learn how to play craps, blackjack at no risk and just have fun doing it. We raffle off a bunch of vacations. So instead of the typical silent auction, live auction, we do a mega raffle. So we have 9 vacations that are luxury vacations that we raffle off throughout the night, as well as a lease on a two-year lease on a Subaru from Subaru of Loveland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so someone could walk away with a new car and be going to Hawaii. So it's a pretty spectacular event. And the tickets for the raffle are $20. And to come to the event, it's we have young professional tickets as well as full price tickets and some impact tickets. So patients that have been treated in Northern Colorado and want to come to the event can get a discounted ticket as well.
Very cool. Yeah. Can you tell me about where people can go to get tickets? What time is it at? Things like that.
Yeah, so our website, galaforwellness.com, has all the details about the event, what to wear, some examples of what we've done in the past, all of the trip information. If there's a certain trip people are honing in on that they want to put all their raffle tickets into, they can. The event starts at 5:30 on the 26th. They do have to get their tickets in advance. There are no tickets sold at the door. So everyone that comes gets entered into a door prize for a trip to Sedona. So just for being there, they can have an opportunity to win a trip. And we also do a wine pull and a paddle raise so people can contribute throughout the night in a variety of ways.
And now I saw that it says Formalwear. Yes. I have to ask, is this Colorado-like formal wear?
It's exactly Colorado
or is
formal
it like
wear.
black tie formal wear?
You'll see everything.
Okay.
So we definitely adhere to the Colorado formal wear
Gotcha.
idea. We have everything from people in theme to black tie to everything in between. So my spouse comes in just a dark gray suit and he fits in just fine and is really comfortable. And one of my friends is wearing a big top hat because it's a vintage circus. So why not? Yeah.
I love it. Very cool. I want to talk a little bit more about the cancer patients. You mentioned you're going for a holistic experience, but can you just tell me a little bit about how McKee works with cancer patients and what they really need from this event and in the future?
Yeah. So we try to really provide wraparound services for cancer patients, and every patient's journey requires different puzzle pieces to really come together to provide the best treatment option for them. We've got an incredible oncology team that really pulls in all the different resources throughout the entire MD Anderson program, specifically here in Northern Colorado. But they have incredible research opportunities. They're able to use the newest technologies as well as really find what is going to work best for that patient. And so if they need a different treatment for pain management, or if their skin is really sensitive after radiation, or if they're just feeling crummy after having chemo treatment, then that's where these services that we want to build in would come in. Mm-hmm. Currently, patients have to kind of find that on their own, and if there's certain resources that they're looking for, sometimes patients don't want to tell their provider that they're doing aromatherapy or that acupuncture is working. Sometimes they don't know that that's available, and sometimes they can't afford it. So these integrated services would provide that to every cancer patient and be able to say, just because we want to make sure you have the best care possible, we want to provide you with every opportunity while you're on this journey. And so one of the puzzle pieces that we're looking to provide is these alternative pain treatments, comfort care, anything that could be happening in their life outside of their medical world that could be affecting their treatment or barriers to care. And, for some people, it's having to get their groceries. So helping people get their groceries on time, being able to get their prescriptions delivered, things that are just creating more cost associated with their cancer care. We want to take those barriers away and help provide them with a comfortable and as comfortable as can be process. And sometimes we don't know what the missing puzzle piece is until, they kind of see a menu of options and say, well, none of these work for me, but I could really use, a massage after my treatment. That really seems to help my pain. Awesome. Let's do it, and try and really fill those gaps for each individual person.
Obviously, McKee does a lot to impact the community, especially with events like the Gala for Wellness. Do you have any personal stories of how you've seen it impact Northern Colorado since you've been working there?
I think one of the most incredible things that I've seen since I've been there is how the community just comes together to support those in need or anyone that's in a vulnerable position. And I could probably give you 10 different stories of different people who have had crisis in their life. And whether it's the folks at McKee, the board of directors for the foundation, our networks that really wrap around these individuals and say, we've got you. You don't have to suffer alone. You don't, let us help you through this crisis. And, it's everything from starting a GoFundMe page for somebody that needed immediate emergent support after the death of a child and needed help with their funeral expenses. It was a tragic experience for this family, and they didn't know where to start. And so it was more our network of resources that was able to help them, to, our veterans programs, where we have, within 2 days of the money going to the organizations that we raised last year at the Gala, we had veterans in getting dentures that had not had dentures in 30 years. So they got their dentures after serving in Vietnam and then hadn't had their teeth worked on or replaced since then. So this was the first time they had ever received that treatment.
Wow.
And just having that opportunity to feel comfortable and safe again.
Yeah.
And all of our nurses that work tirelessly with patients in the hospital, being able to provide them with the services and support that they need in order to be the best care provider that they can. So whether that's a healing retreat where they have some time to go and decompress, recognize that they are in a hard environment and be able to really work the best that they can to provide them with the education that they need so that that's not a burden on them to have to provide that for cost. So there's tons of them every day and every week, and meeting groups of kids that come out that are looking for support for a nonprofit that they've started, and being able to help say, yeah, we believe in you also, and we want to help support you. So I love being able to say yes. That's kind of our motto, is say yes whenever we can and however we can, and we're really fortunate to have the support of our donors to be able to do that.
How can people reach out to the McKee Foundation if they want to either get involved or donate or maybe seek help as a member of the community?
Sure. So our website, McKeeFoundation.com, is probably the easiest, streamlined way to get a hold of us. We have a couple of different links in there of contact us, and it'll go straight to our emails, and we have people responding all the time. So that is probably the primary way they can reach us. We also are located on 18th Street, right behind the hospital. People are welcome to come in and say hello. We also have a 24-hour phone line that is 617-2575. They can reach us that way too if they've got questions or concerns, and we will get back to them as soon as possible if we're not right on hand.
Now, tell me what's next for the foundation. It's been so exciting to hear about everything you're already working on, but what's in store for the future? What's coming up?
We're always doing something. There's no shortage of excitement in the office. We have a couple of events throughout the year, 4 major ones. And so our next major event after the Gala for Wellness is our Turkey Trot, the Loveland Turkey Trot. And this year the beneficiary is our Veterans Blue Star Fund. So we'll get some more support for our veterans programs going into 2020. And then we have a fun event in February where it's called Dancing with the Docs. And our docs from Banner Health, there's 9 of them this year that will be competing for the Mirror Ball Trophy and the title of Best Dancer. So they have a great time, and they get to choose a charity or a fund within our funds to really donate all of their raised funds to. So it's a fun, engaging piece with the community where you get to see your doctor in a little bit different light. So that actually also works as a nice wellness program for the physicians that really helps take care of their personal needs as well as keeping them engaged with the community. Along with that, we're also broadening our scope of who we're supporting. So while we were originally focused on Loveland and we office out of Loveland, we are now supporting all of Northern Colorado, and we have taken on the support for the Fort Collins Banner Medical Center. So all the staff that are there and the families that are there can receive some of our grants, as well as the Fort Collins community, Windsor, Wellington. Really, we focus on Larimer County, but we don't limit it to the county barriers. So we can provide grants to really anyone looking to support wellness initiatives within Northern Colorado. So it's a big change from where we started with just focusing on the hospital, but it's definitely a direction that we're excited to be going to be able to support more of Northern Colorado.
Well, thank you, Alice, for coming in today. It's been amazing to hear how much the foundation has been helping Northern Colorado, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the future.
Thank you. We're excited. It's been a good ride, and we're excited to continue to evolve with the community.
Again, that was Alice Gilbert, the Executive Director of the McKee Wellness Foundation, an organization that is working to fill the gap between available resources and the needs of the Northern Colorado community. If you would like more information about the foundation as well as their upcoming Gala for Wellness event, you can visit their website at McKeeFoundation.com.